Hello everybody and welcome to this video where I'm going to rank every Precure season's designs from worst to best. For those of you who don't know, Precure, also known as Pretty Cure, is a long-spanning Japanese magical girl series produced by Toei Animation. Starting in 2004 with the original Futari wa Precure, the series has continued to grow throughout the years with the newest season, Hirogaru Ska Precure, just around the corner. At least, as of the time of I'm writing this script. You might be wondering what inspired me to make this video, and the answer is, I just sort of felt like it, to be honest. Now, before I get started, I want to clarify one thing. I'll just be talking about the base forms in this video. Super forms and power-up forms will have to be reserved for another day. So then, without any further ado, let the ranking begin. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that Smile's designs are the weakest we've had so far. That's not to say that I think they're awful. No, I don't think any season's designs are. But Smiles definitely bring the least to the table. The problem? They're all way too uniform. Each cure is only set apart from the others by their hairstyle and shoes. This, when combined with the fact that the main gimmick of the designs was done much better in a later season, Smile easily finds itself at the bottom of this list. Honestly, I kinda wish they went with something closer to the concept art designs because I feel like those are way more unique. But I digress. Putting aside the negativity for a while, let's talk about something that I do like, the hair. As I said earlier, the hairstyles really set the cures apart from each other. This is the season that invented wild cure hairstyles, and I couldn't be happier about it. My personal favorite has to be Sunny. We need more cures with buns, damn it. But that's about all I really have to say about Smile, so let's move on to the next entry. Another season where the designs are far too similar looking. Now, I literally just talked about this with Smile, so I'm not going to repeat myself, and instead, I'll talk about Milky Rose. She easily has the best design of this season, and is the sole reason that it's ranked above Smile. Her outfit looks a lot more in line with the original S5 designs, and I really wish that they did something similar for the other girls, but that's really all I have to say about Go-Go. It's too similar. Moving on. There's really not much to say about the Max Heart designs. They're simple, which makes sense as this is literally only the second season, but they're a good example of having designs that are clearly all following the same theme, while avoiding having the outfits look like recolors. The most interesting thing I can say about Max Heart's designs is that in Toei's official guide for cure colors, Luminous is listed as a yellow and not a pink. And I mean, seriously, what? However, my biggest complaint about the Max Heart designs, and the reason it's at this particular spot on the list, actually has something to do with the next entry, so let's get to that right now. The OGs, the first Precure designs ever. And yeah, I think these are better than their Max Heart looks. Black and White's Max Heart designs just feel a bit too overdone to me. They added a bunch of extra little details to signify that they had powered up between seasons, but it kinda takes away what made the original look so good, in my opinion anyway. I don't really know what else to say. Sometimes less is more. I'm not gonna lie, this segment was the hardest for me to write. I just don't have any strong opinions on Sweet's designs for some reason. I mean, I really like how frilly the outfits are, and I love that all the cures have that weird curl thing at the end of their hair. But besides that, there's not much else I have to say about it other than the fact that Rhythm is my standout favorite, and we need more white cures. It's seriously such an underutilized color scheme. Come on, Toei, why are you slacking? I'll be honest, Fresh is my favorite season. But even I can say that the cure designs aren't exactly the most stunning feature. Berry and Passion have the best looks by far. From Berry's iconic crop top and ponytail combo to Passion's stunning red and black color scheme. This season was definitely the stepping stone that led cure designs to evolve to what they are today. I guess you could say that this season brought fresh ideas to the table. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm surprised that Splash Star managed to break the top 15 too. The designs in Slash Star are very close to the designs for Futariwa and Max Heart. This only being the third season, you can tell that they were playing it safe and testing the waters, changing things up a little but making sure that they weren't too different as to not alienate the audience. But somehow, it works for me. There's this odd charm about them that grabs my attention every time. Out of the duo, I definitely say 100% that Egret is my favorite. Like I said earlier, I really like white cures. Unpopular opinion time, but these are the superior looks for the Yes 5 girls. It's just the right blend of group unity while still having each cure look unique. Even Mint and Aqua, who look the most identical, still have that difference in skirt pattern going for them. Some people don't like the yellow, and yeah, I admit it does kinda look oversaturated at times, especially on Lemonade, whose colors tend to blend together, even though I still think she has the best design this season. But it's not enough to ruin the designs for me, and I still prefer them overwhelmingly to the Go-Go variants. I know that to some it might seem blasphemous to put anything Heartcatcher lower than top 5, let alone lower than top 10, but just hear me out. It's not that I don't think the Heartcatcher designs are good, far from it. The Heartcatcher designs are really simplistic, but bear a clear link to the season's theme. The thing that really makes the Heartcatcher designs work best in my opinion is the art style. Maybe it's just the Ojamajo Doremi fan in me, but I think the simplicity of the designs works really well with the sharp angles of the art style. A detail that I think is best highlighted by Moonlight's design. I mean, just look at that hair. Although, overall, my favorite design this season has to be Marine. Something about the light blue and white color combo really works for me. And of course, I have to give a shout out to our first veteran cure of the series, Cure Flower. Honestly, Heartcatcher's expansion on the legendary Precure lore is probably the thing I love most about it, but that is a conversation for a different video. Yet another season with a simple yet effective design principle. The jacket's meant to resemble a doctor's coat is a nice way to tie in the theme of the season. The same thing with the gloves. Cure kinda kills the vibe, not gonna lie, but it's not enough to completely ruin it. Her design is still nice, although I do kinda agree with all the Cure Earth should have been a green cure takes. All that said, her being a bit out of place on the design front does bring the season's rating down just enough to keep it from breaking the top 10. It's impressive just how fast these designs have grown on me, but it's also not that hard to explain why. First of all, we have Cure Sky, who is embodying peak character design here with the cape alone. I don't care what Edna says, capes are based and should be used more. Then we have Prism and Wing, representing some underutilized Cure colors. Also, Wing's tiny hat is adorable and peak character design as well. Then we have Butterfly and her everything. Especially love what's going on with her arms. Whatever it is. Honestly, Hirogaru could end up ranked higher by the end of the season, depending on what the inevitable mid-season cure looks like, but for now, it can cherish its number 10 spot. This is the part of the video where we get to the real S-tier designs. Starting now, we've reached the seasons whose designs, in my personal opinion, have no flaws. I'm actually really surprised that Star Twinkle is this high on the list. I've always considered the designs of this season to be a bit plain. Good, but not particularly mind-blowing. But when I really sat down to think about it, I realized that I actually really like these designs. Star and Milky's matching socks are an S-tier design choice, and I live for Cosmos' rainbow skirt, also that mini cape. Capes rule, I'm gonna keep saying it. Soleil's color palette is immaculate. Some people don't like the fact that she's classed as a yellow while wearing an orange dress, but it looks great, so I don't care. There's just something about the Star Twinkle designs that sets them apart from the rest, and it just really works for me. I really don't know how else to put it. I think that the Doki Doki designs are some of the most slept on in the entire franchise. Whenever I see people talking about which designs they like, I almost never see anyone mention Doki Doki. Which is a shame, because I think this season has some of the best cure designs in the entire franchise. The Cure's earrings matching the card suits that they represent is a nice touch, and this season has some of my favorite hairstyles in all of Precure. I love everything about Rosetta, from outfit to color scheme. And Ace has one of my favorite Cure designs of all time. If this video was just ranking the Cures individually, she'd easily make the top 10. Now this is definitely an unpopular opinion, but I love the Happiness Charge designs. To me, they are the pinnacle of having group unity while still maintaining character individuality. I love the black vest, and I love that the bows on their back double as wings. The fact that they were able to get such diversity in looks for the international Cures while still maintaining the theme really speaks to how versatile the designs of this season were. And now let's take a moment to shout out all my favorite international Cure designs. 1. The Bomber Girls trio from America. First of all, that fucking name. Yikes. Second of all, I love the Western theme they have going on. It may be mildly racist, but it looks good, so who cares? God, I hope no one takes that line out of context. Anyways, number 2, Cure Earl / Cure Art from France. Gorgeous. This is peak character design right here. 3. Cure Mirage and Cure Tender. Technically not internationals, but adult Cures are always a welcome surprise. 4. Cure Sunset and Cure Wade. I'm kind of surprised that they used the Twin Cures concept on these one-off characters, but the design slapped anyways, so who cares? They walked so Soleil could run. Honestly, Happiness Charge could have secured the #1 spot based on the amount of fire international Cure designs there are alone, but I did have to admit to myself that the remaining top 6 have much cooler, much more ambitious design choices. Here's what I was talking about when I said that Smile's main aesthetic was done much better. Go Princess looked at Smile and said, "Hold my beer." Every Cure has a unique dress and tiara design to match their power set, and they all hit. As someone who had a major Disney princess phase as a child, this is peak aesthetic to my lizard brain. This was also the first season to introduce the Cures having different color gradients in their hair, which might just be one of the greatest decisions in all of history. Picking a favorite among the designs here is pretty much impossible for me because they all go so hard. If you asked me for my favorite Go Princess design, you would get a different answer every time. Part of me is sad that Smile didn't go this hard with their designs, but another part of me is happy because it means we could get the Go Princess designs. I'll just say right now, the extra forms aren't what got this season to play so high. Mahout's Sky would still be number 5 without them. The base forms are just that well designed. But while we're on the subject, let's talk about those extra forms. This is an idea I want them to use again. The concept of form changes is just so cool and can be utilized in so many different ways. Although, a part of me is always going to wonder about the alternate universe where Emily, Kay, and Jim became Cures, but that's off topic. If I were to rank the extra forms from least favorite to most favorite, it would be Sapphire, Topaz, and then Ruby. But back to the base forms. I loved that Miracle and Magical have matching hair ribbons, and the tiny witch hats are peak. Tiny hats in general are peak. I love all the random rings that Miracle has on her design, and of course I have to shout out Magical for being a member of the base Cape Squad. Then we have my girl Felice. Pink and green is an absolutely S-tier color combination. She is without a doubt my favorite design for this season. Toei really needs to make a fully fairy-themed season, I swear. The wingspan in me needed it like yesterday. Also, quick shout out to Kara Muffadun. Her design goes hard. From the moment I decided to make this video, I knew that Tropical Rouge would land somewhere in the top 5. I've loved these designs since the day they were leaked. The utilization of the Sailors theme for the OG quartet works so well, and I love how they all managed to do something different with it. The main standouts are without a doubt Coral and Flamingo. Coral's hat and hair are peak. It's kinda crazy how her hair stands out more than Flamingo's, whose whole thing is having her hair as her charm point. That's not to say that Flamingo's hair isn't absolutely gorgeous, because it is. This is what peak performance looks like, especially those fishnets. Slay Queen. And then we have Lemur. I'll be honest, when her design first came out, I thought it looked awful and over-designed as hell, but it's really grown on me. It's definitely one of those things that looks better in motion than it does on images, and I do like all the pearls on it. And of course, I have to bring up Oasis for being a member of the Base Cape Club. To this day, I still don't know if I think her palm tree hair is so bad that it's good or just good. Our most recently concluded season. There's a lot of things you could call disappointing about Delicious Party, but the designs are most certainly not one of them. I like that they all have a different cultural aesthetic going for them, and I think the aprons are cute. I also like how comically large the bows on the back of their outfits are. Spicy easily steals the show, and just like 8th, she would make the top 10 if I was ranking each cure individually. Also, I can't believe that this is the first time since Passion that they've actually used dark tights as part of a cure design. They should do it more often. I'm a big fan of Finale's hair and the fact that her dress looks like a dessert, even if it does make her look like she should be a part of the other food-themed season. And of course, we have Black Pepper representing the Cape Squad and the Cool Hat Club. I also love the fact that he has 2 different bows on his outfit and bows on his boots. Go off, King. I'm gonna be real, I think that Precure has the most creative design concept in the entire series. Each Cure skirt is made to resemble their theme dessert, and their shoes are made to match with their theme animal, and the little headband/hat things are cute. And don't think I forgot about Cure Chocolat representing the Cape Club. Even the most mid-one here, Cure Pecorine, still manages to work with the aesthetic, even if the aesthetic doesn't work for her. Seriously, why does she look like that? I know I said earlier that the rest of the designs had no flaws, but even I will call this a miss. And of course, I have to put some respect on my boy Cure Waffles, because that is his name, Toei. I'm not bitter, I promise. He doesn't follow the aesthetic at all, but I can let it slide because of how much of a king he is. Plus, the fact that he's a member of the Base Cape Club makes him S tier by default. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Hakuto, my beloved. I can't say that I knew from the beginning that this would be my top one, but it's a conclusion that doesn't surprise me. Every single design in Hakuto slaps. A lot of people say that the Hakuto designs don't really have any cohesion with each other, and in a certain sense they're right. Each Cure's aesthetic does look like it could be the theme of its own season, but that doesn't really bother me. In fact, I think it works to the season's advantage and is the best way to highlight the season's theme. Every design here is a 10 out of 10 in my book. From Amore and Mashiri's idol duo look to Etoile's flight attendant style and that cool shawl thing that's almost a cape. Anja's rocking the light blue and white color scheme that I talked about earlier, and Yell has the pink and green combo as well as those little ruffles that are meant to resemble pom-poms. And of course, I have to talk about my boy Anthony, absolutely stunning king. Also, I want to shout out Cure Tomorrow and her amazing hair, and as well as, the entire supporting cast. It's hard to fully put into words just how much I love the designs in this season. I just know with certainty that it deserves its #1 spot. And there you have it, my ranking of all the Precure designs. This video took a lot longer than I was expecting it to make, but now that I've reached the light at the end of the tunnel, I couldn't be happier. Assuming that the world isn't on fire and I'm still standing by then, I will remake this video for the 30th anniversary, but for now, I'll let this stand as my totally base opinion on the matter. But I'd love to hear what the audience that this video reaches thinks. Feel free to leave a comment below completely roasting me for or completely agreeing with my taste. Until next time, bye!